His name earned the reputation of a DDR
Jesus.
master. He even competed professionally and became a champion.
Wow.
He got all about fat checks because the dude is an investor who practices stock trading.
Oh, does he? Okay.
It is even rumored that
Alright,
he's
good
one
stuff.
of the richest SB19 members
Isn't
who
it?
makes the biggest business decisions for them.
We're in Harry Potter today, you know what I'm saying? For the final, last member of this What Nobody Understands series, and today we're going to do Joshua.
He's the last member we're going to do. Then after this, we don't know what we're going to do, but
We'll see, we'll see.
let us know.
Comment below what you want us to react to.
And before we start, check out our Patreon. Link in the description right now, you know what I'm saying?
Check it out.
So 3, 2, 1.
Dota. Joshua. Oh, what the?
Sabi nga nila, unique yung voice ko. Hindi na lang sinabing pangit.
Disclaimer.
SB19 Josh embodies the word charisma in the P-pop industry.
We just watched
Some
this.
people would even kill just
It's
to
on
get
our
a taste
Patreon.
of his life. Surrounded by loyal friends and fans who would do everything for his success. However, behind the golden facade hides the painful truth. From falsely accused of cheating in games to proving
What?
himself innocent by becoming a champion.
What?
Some haters even see him as the group's weakest link. So in
Come
today's
on.
video,
No, no.
haters will be proven
I don't
wrong.
believe
I don't think so.
Viewers
I don't
will
think
be
he's the
given
weakest.
inspiration because his journey is nothing short of electrifying.
Hey. Oh. Tick tick. Yes.
When I first saw SB, I thought he was the visuals. Hey,
Yeah.
I literally thought he was the visuals. But I was Justin.
𝗪𝗲𝗏𝗏 Santos was born in Las Piñas City, Philippines.
Santos.
He was raised by his mom, Aldrin, along with his sister, Yuna.
Yuna.
He also had 2 other siblings who didn't grow up with him, and they remain undisclosed to
Oh.
this day. When
What?
Josh was 3 years old, they moved to Imus, Cavite. Having a single mom, Josh and his sister had to be entrusted to the care of a housemaid because their mom had to work away from home to support them. But instead of receiving care, they experienced hell at a very young age because this so-called housemaid physically tortured them by making them strip and pouring melted candle wax all over their bodies.
What the?
I'm not even sure
What
how
the?
long this went on. Probably
That's-
long enough that
that's-
Josh was already able to remember it before the abuser got eventually apprehended and put into jail.
What the?
That's
He even
abuse.
shared that he still
What?
I was
has
gonna
the
say.
burn scars to this day. Josh was a very smart kid as he was a consistent honor student until he reached the 3rd grade. This was when things started to take a turn for the worse. Josh had to drop out of school with his sister because their mom couldn't afford their tuition anymore. They re-enrolled the next year, only to drop out again for the same reason. So Josh's former classmates became his sister's classmates, which led to her getting bullied at school for being
Eesh.
a repeater. There was an instance when Josh got into a fist fight against his own former classmates to defend his sister. Imagine how messed up that is. Anyway, their family's financial standing gradually went on a downward spiral. They were
Damn.
barely eating once a day. It even
Damn.
came to a point when they only ate salt, soy sauce, and ketchup as their viand dish. They moved homes constantly from medium-sized apartments to smaller
What?
ones. Now, I don't know
What?
exactly
His
how
story
the
is like-
situation got so fucked up this quickly, but Josh openly talked about it on his YouTube channel. So going back, there was no denying that young Josh and his sister were in a very uncomfortable
His story is
environment
the
growing up. I can imagine how their
hottest.
living conditions could mess with their head, especially at a very young age. This was when their coping mechanisms started showing up. For Josh's sister, it was rebellion. She constantly got into intense arguments with their mom, so she was barely at home.
Oh.
Josh was even asked to look for her at some point, and that's when he found out that his sister had started drinking. As a young teenager, Josh didn't know how to handle the situation, so he kept it secret and took care of his sister in his own way.
What?
Yuna even talked about this in public.
Yuna.
Puro hirap yung sinabi ni Alam mo yun, kaya masakit sa akin pag nakikita ko rin nahirapan yung kapatid ko. Kaya ngayon, masaya ako kasi na-check niya yung mga gusto niya.
Wow.
kasama ko, hindi ko kaya siguro pag iniwan niya ako. Sayote. Pag wala kami talagang pagkain nun, yung sayote kukunin ko.
Sayote.
Hindi ko nang dinutuin ko. Tapos yun yung kakainin namin. Tama yung hindi niya ako kayang buhatin, pero bubuhatin niya ako. Yes, si Josh. Ganyan yan dati si Josh. Ganun siya kabait. Susunduin niya ako, ihatid niya ako sa kaya. Ate, lasing ka na naman. Ginaganon niya ako.
Big sis.
Hindi kaya na lang ako pipiyan na. Uy ate, huwag ka matakot na
Wow.
mag-stand to your own, out of your box.
They don't look alike.
Hindi niya ako iniwan. Natutulog ako sa likod ng pagpinap. Tapos nakita ko ni Josh, ginagawa mo dyan, baho mo na. Sabi niya ganon. Sabi niya, mamaya, alis si mama, maligo ka ha. Pag alis si mama, ikaronin niya ako. Tapos, di ba nasa bahay pa si mama, ayaw pumasok. Nadala niya ako pagkain doon. Sa likod na ako sa pick-up.
This only showcased that Josh already had a good heart from the start. And if you think they already went through the worst, it only gets even worse. Josh got diagnosed with stage 3 dengue. And it was so crazy because they only found out about it when Josh started puking blood.
Juice.
So he immediately got hospitalized, which meant draining their finances even
Damn.
more. The good thing about it was that they had a relative in the US who lent them some financial assistance. They
Damn.
gradually got better and got out of the hospital. They were fine for a while until their family's loans started piling up and there was nowhere else to
The
borrow
struggle.
money from. They hit rock bottom to the point that they were forcefully evicted from their rented home, and I don't mean just receiving an eviction letter, but
Full Nelson
actually
award.
having a squad of authorities haul their belongings off the property. Josh saw this moment as his wake-up call. He was so fed up with the situation, so he decided to take matters into his own hands by leaving his family to become independent. He started working as an internet cafe attendant while crashing into his friend's house and didn't even mind sleeping on the floor. If his sister's coping mechanism was rebellion, his was different. It was gaming.
Dota? Is it Dota? Or MLBB? Oh, Dota.
He fell in love with highly competitive games such as Dota, Dance Dance Revolution,
Ooh.
Call of Duty, and more.
Call of Duty
Do you
too.
remember the old
Tekken.
stereotype when this look is
Tekken.
considered as an okay player, while this one is the epitome of someone who could give you a run for your money?
Absolutely.
Well, Josh was exactly that.
Oh, yeah.
He could
Absolutely.
build 𝗏𝗏's Edge in 5 minutes, and he used to visit nearby towns' internet
Was it
cafes with his buddies
Heroes?
to play competitive Dota, buy
Oh, Dota.
land, and won most of them.
Wow.
There was an arcade called Flashback in Cavite where the name Byte was commonly seen in the top score leaderboards. And guess what? That name belongs to this kid.
Whew.
His name earned the reputation of a DDR
Jesus.
master. He even competed professionally
What?
and became a champion.
Wow.
He got so good at video games that when he started playing Call of Duty, most of his opponents mass reported him because they thought he was cheating. In reality, he was just too good.
What?
This
Really?
led to his
What?
account getting wrongfully banned.
Well,
So this
come
was
on.
definitely a huge setback for him. But Josh
He's too
wasn't
good.
gonna go down without a fight because after a couple of years, he would join one of the biggest Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty.
tournaments and end up winning the entire thing.
Wow.
We're down to just 40
I used to play
Wow.
this.
left alive, and yeah, it's an attempted backstab, but
That explains
Josh is not the
his
case.
room background.
We want to congratulate you on your victory. I mean, you won the showdown, an incredible run.
Was this before SB19?
How do you feel? How are you feeling right now?
Well, I'm actually really overwhelmed right now. Honestly, I didn't get to play Warzone for almost 2 years already. After the
Banned him.
He did it live while thousands of viewers were watching. He didn't only prove that he wasn't a cheater, but he also showed that he was a force to be reckoned with as a gamer.
Crazy.
By doing this,
I don't know, he
earned
was
the
that good.
respect of gamers all over the world.
Wow. All in
Am
the
I
world.
enjoying too much talking about Josh's gaming redemption arc that I forgot to talk about his job? Sorry guys. So while working as an internet cafe attendant, he started reviewing for the alternative learning system. Due to his innate brilliance, he easily acquired his high school diploma around 2010, which is around the same time when K-pop exploded in the Philippines. He inevitably got exposed to K-pop and immediately liked Big Bang, so he started going to K-pop events where he eventually saw 𝗏𝗏 performing with 𝗏𝗏.
Oh, I saw Stel.
Josh became an instant fanboy. Just take a look at his old tweets.
Stel Vista.
𝗏𝗏 pretty much inspired him and made him want to become a performer.
What?
Josh's new
Awesome.
quest was officially on. He He formed a dance group with his gaming buddies and they called themselves Big Bang.
Big fan. Hey, that's... Oh, we did this too. Ring-a-linger. Man. Oh, hey. Stuff that. Oh, he wasn't that good. Oh, he did kill me. All his gaming buddies.
We all start somewhere, don't you agree?
Crazy.
Back to his job, the family who owns the internet cafe he was working at apparently wanted to adopt him. But their attitude towards him noticeably changed after finding out that Josh had started performing. They suddenly increased his 9-hour shift to 18 hours, which left him no choice but to quit the job.
Why
He
would
was
it-
given
what-
only a week's
what's-
notice, so he had to find a new one as
What's the
quickly
point
as
of that?
possible. His best option was to apply as a call center agent. In his first 2 attempts, he passed everything except the final interview because he was lacking a college degree.
Ooh.
So he tried to put college undergrad on his resume, and that's when he got accepted. He finally found a stable
Is he allowed
job
to do this?
that allowed him to pursue his dreams.
Is he allowed to
continued
do that?
performing, which led to him crossing paths with amazing performers such as Siu of SNJ, getting mentored by 𝗨𝗵𝗁𝗀𝗏, competing against Ken's amigos, and then becoming a mentor himself
Justin.
to Justin with Zero to Hero. It's so amazing how he quickly evolved as a powerhouse performer even before the whole training thing with 𝗀𝗏𝗃.
Boom.
In fact, he would become one of the biggest reasons why SB19 came to be because he was the one who recruited Ken and Justin.
Yep. Yep. It all makes
With their
sense.
rise in
Josh.
popularity,
It all
Josh started
interlinks
hearing about his
together.
long-lost father.
Opo, never po. Recently po parang may nagpakilala po sa akin na kapatid po ng father ko. Kaso daw po, wala na daw sa katinoang isip. So, nagpo na lang. Ay.
So fast forward to today, Josh is now a part of the greatest P-pop boy group ever assembled, backed with almost unbreakable records
Yeah,
and
he
even
is.
more achievements in the years to come. And speaking of achievements, you can become an executive producer by signing up for our channel's
Smooth.
highest tier.
Smooth.
Not only you will help the channel, but you will also help SB19 to be promoted worldwide through my videos. So after hearing Josh's story, would haters still think that he's the weakest link?
Nope. Nope. Not me.
In my opinion, it will be the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
He pretty much blew the haters away. Everything that he went through taught him exceptional skills that gave him an unfair advantage in his chosen field.
Crazy.
And he doesn't even brag about it.
What a story.
Just take a look at this one.
Oh. Oh.
More of this? Here you go. Contemporary? Check. Hip-hop? Check.
Visuals.
Early? Check. You can put a check as well on the musical instruments like the keyboard and the guitar. Even choreography. And talking about checks, how about fat checks? Because the dude is an investor who practices stock trading.
Oh, does he? Okay.
It is even rumored that
Alright,
he's
good
one
stuff.
of the richest SB19 members
Isn't
who
it?
makes the biggest business decisions for them. He gained the respect of his co-members because he's a survivor. He used his experience to keep the people around him
purple
involved,
hair.
not just within his group, but also everyone in the music industry. He could easily become a life coach if he wanted to. Josh is simply the perfect example of talent and hard work.
Well,
Which brings us
Absolutely.
to the lesson of his story. In his tale, we learn that no matter how broken your life becomes, everything will be fine as long as you don't break yourself. By not giving up, he slowly acquired
Whoa,
different tools
Jesus.
that would eventually allow him to fulfill his destiny. He believed that the best way to predict the future was to create it. So he kept learning and started surrounding himself with the best people available. He proved to us
𝗨𝗵𝘁𝗏𝗏.
that failure only wins if we give it permission. And dreams do come true. It's just a matter of decision.
crazy. That was probably the craziest story there.
Yeah, he's got the hardest life. For real, like, he struggled the most out of all of them. Oh, Chicken as well. Ken as well, but Josh was another level. Struggle.
Whew, crazy.
You sent it?
Yeah, so again, that was our final episode of What Nobody Understands About SB19 members with Josh. And his story was probably the craziest of all, if not the top 2.
Yeah, the struggle. I didn't know he was a really, really good gamer. I knew he was a gamer, but I didn't know he won the Call of Duty
championship
tournaments.
Yeah.
big Dota player. I think he plays Valorant now as well, which I'm a huge fan of.
He explains his, you know, some of his interviews, he's like got a gaming setup in the background, so that really explains his passion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess he's still playing these days.
I don't know, he was a trader as well, so he's got a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Looks like might be the richest member, low key.
Could be. It's good to see how everything kind of interlinks together. 𝗏 was the one that motivated him, he's the one that motivated Ken and Justin, and then Pablo was also in the mix, so that was it just works.
Yeah. So we got some stuff on Patreon, go check that out. Link in the description right there. I also follow us on TikTok, Instagram. We've got some funny short form content.
And let us know what series or, you know, episodes you want us to react to next. We have officially finished with this series, so comment below and we'll see you in the next video.